The Pokemon card market has been all over the place, but recently we're experiencing a market correction, and some cards are beginning to look a little bit more affordable. I'm Rehan from Toonleaf TCG, and here are 5 promos that I think are great pickups in the month of November. Up first is the Batman Mewtwo from the 151 UPC. In August, this card was going for about $22. It hit a peak of about $41 and has been steadily declining. Now it's sitting around that $25 mark. The PSA 10 graph also shows that it was going for about $300 in early August. It had a peak of about $550 in late September, and now it's sitting around that $400 mark. Up next is the Sleeping Charizard V from the Charizard UPC. This card was also going for about $22 in early August. It had a peak of about almost $50 in early October. Now it's sitting around that $30 mark. The 10 graph shows that it was going for about $330 in early August, hit a peak of about $530 in early October, and now it's sitting around that $400 mark. The next card is also from the Charizard UPC, which is the Charizard VMAX promo. This card was also going for about $23 in early August, then it hit a huge spike last month at about $65, and then it's really taken a decline, sitting around $40 now. We see a similar pattern in this PSA 10 graph where this card was going for about $360 in late August, hit a peak of about $580, and now it's sitting around that $500 mark. The next promo is actually the last Charizard promo that you can get also from the Charizard UPC. Of the 3 Charizards from the UPC, this is my personal favorite. It was going for about $40 in early August, hit a peak of almost about $76 in late September, now it's sitting around that $55 range. The PSA 10 graph for this one's pretty crazy. It was going for about $660 in early August. Some were selling around $1,000 in that early October time, and now it's plateaued, sitting around that $900 range. The last promo, and my personal favorite promo from this list, is the Mew EX from the 151 UPC. This card has had a crazy ride for these past few months. You could have picked this card up for about $40 in August. Early September, it was going for about $80. Then it went down in the middle of the month to around $60, hit a peak of about $90 in early October, and now it's actually sitting around that $55 range. This card on PSA 10 has had insane growth, and it actually hasn't declined too much. This card was going for about $400 in a PSA 10 in early August. It went for about $800 not too long after, and now the decline has only brought it to about $650. Seeing that sealed versions of these Mew EXs selling consistently over $100, I definitely think picking up this card around that $50 range is a must buy. The drop in these prices won't stay forever, and during this market correction, I definitely think there's a lot of great buying opportunities, especially for these promos. But that was the list. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.